Today I fucked up by using the bathroom at my date's house. I think we all know where this was going. I've been talking to this guy for about a month, so everything is very new and we are still getting to know one another. I also recently underwent a huge storm in my area, so I couldn't actually use my bathroom very frequently for the past 3 days. He invites me over as he got power back before I did, and we haven't seen each other in about 2 weeks between the storm, life, travels. I go over, everything is fine, we get dinner and have a good time, and then we start to kind of reel it in for bed. I go to the bathroom to shower and prep, if you will, for potential nighttime festivities. And prep I did. For, evidently, a different type of festivities. See, those 3 days really smacked me all of a sudden and there was no turning back. I figure, hey, first time for everything, a girl's gotta go when a girl's gotta go. I muster the courage to overcome my anxiety with using the toilet outside of my home. Mission accomplished. Flush that bastard down. Nope. Okay, well, sometimes you need a two-fare, right? Maybe he didn't hear that first flush anyway. The toilet gurgles at me in a laughably cruel way. No dice. Okay, not the end of the world. Surely this guy has a plunger. No, not on the floor, not in the cabinet. I run out to the kitchen. Maybe he's got one of those weird kitchen plungers? Nope, he's in the shower in the other bathroom. I wait for him, sheepishly, to finish up. It's been a minute though, maybe just maybe the bathroom gods will have mercy on me. The third flush will really just send my demon to its jail in hell. Third flush. The toilet now roars at me, as it bubbles up way too quickly and begins to overflow everywhere and flood the bathroom, mercifully, just clean water as the monster was stuck down in the belly of the beast. My shower towel is a casualty in the battle. I try and fail to catch the waterfall of toilet water with it. It's soaked through and now there is standing water around the basin. I am panicking, holding back tears as I realize I now have to directly ask this man for a plunger and somehow clean his bathroom, which I have successfully demolished. He finishes showering. Instead of approaching the situation with any sense of normalcy, I panic and say, "Hey, just lay down, I'm gonna grab something from your master bathroom I think I need." He does so. He's so sweet. No plunger. My life is flashing before my eyes. I now finally cave. "Hey, do you have a plunger?" ? No. The tears are involuntary as I cry at him, begging him not to help me. I mop and clean his entire bathroom while forcing him to stay in his bedroom. The bathroom is clean. The toilet has drained, enough to seem as though nothing has happened. I cannot calm down. He knows something has happened. I told him I flooded it, but not how. I'm sure he can piece it together. There are no nighttime festivities. I am too mortified to even look him in the eyes. The morning comes. My dignity is crushed and it is palpable. We part ways. He is still kind as ever and trying to laugh the situation off. I get home. I get a text. I am headed to the hardware store to get a plunger after flooding the bathroom again. Who knew I needed one? Please just kill me now. Too long did not read. I killed my date's bathroom with a monster shit and regrettably lived to tell the tale. It's fine. It will all be fine. Sounds like he took it well. Maybe after the storms the plumbing wasn't working at 100%. Your only mistake here was the third flush. His was not owning a plunger. Apologize and never speak of it again. He messaged you, he's on board, congrats, you're an old married couple now. You've asserted dominance. He is now sworn to you. No, seriously, as someone with ulcerative colitis who has dealt with several mortifying moments involving poop, don't let it affect the relationship. He went and got a plunger because he realized he needed one. Not to embarrass you, he was probably trying to make you laugh, and save any future embarrassment for others and himself. Use it as a threat. Don't make me drop a god-level log in your toilet and flood this house. When I first met my now wife, we went to dinner and both enjoyed the salad bar at a local chain restaurant. Our mistake was that we both enjoyed the yogurt on the salad bar, which apparently was not as good as we thought. We both spent the night secretly sneaking into the bathroom while we shat our brains out and acted like nothing happened. It wasn't until 2 days later that I eventually spoke up and said there was something on that salad bar that my stomach didn't agree with. 15 years later, anniversary was yesterday. We're in Costa Rica and we both still laugh and won't touch yogurt on a salad bar. Stories like this just become part of a relationship. Don't fear it. Waiting for the today I fucked up. Today I had a cute girl over and never bought a plunger. Who TF lives alone and doesn't have a plunger, lol. Talk about a rookie mistake. As a guy, the first would have tried everything to help. It's not your fault and I would feel bad not having a necessary tool for the bathrooms and would feel even worse that it put her through so much. You are overthinking it. Today I fucked up by accidentally touching a woman's ass. My dad's friend from a while back showed up at my place today and invited us to see his sister across the street again after all these years. Last time we met, I was 13, now I'm 23. She told me to give her a hug and I was hesitant. She put her arms over my shoulder and I tried to stick my arm under her purse so she wouldn't think I was trying to take anything, and then found out her ass is a little higher up than I thought. To be clear, I am not a social person, I've never hugged before in my life, and I always just assumed that when you hug a woman, you want to put your hands in the middle of her back. I apparently went directly between the cheeks and felt her grip onto my fingers. It was completely accidental, and I immediately moved my hand away. Her brother, Dad's friend, then gave me a hug and squeezed my ass. I think he did it to really emphasize my mistake. Now I don't want to ever hug someone again. Too long did not read. I accidentally touched a woman's ass, then her brother touched mine as revenge. TYFU by not squeezing bro's ass back winking face. I've never hugged before in my life. Bro, hug more. Never hugged at 23 but was expected to hug an old acquaintance? Missed her back and got fingers between butt cheeks while being careful? Then she clenched? No. And then no one mentions anything but bro squeezes your butt in return? What cartoons are you watching to come up with this Looney Tunes shit? Downvote this made up BS. This did not happen like most of the shit in this dead sub. Dad's friend lol. How you 23 and never hugged anyone? This is the weirdest or dumbest post I've ever seen here, I think. Today I fucked up when I bit someone who put their arm around my neck. So I was packing up my stuff because I had to move it all from where it was stored. It was all packed into a barn across a rather large field, so I had a tractor that I was using to move it all. As I was finishing packing it all up to drive across the large field, I noticed that some people started to show up. I have no idea what they were there for, but I got bad vibes and just generally wanted to avoid them. I attempted to drive the tractor kind quickly, hoping to not be noticed, but of course some guy comes running up and just immediately starts digging through my stuff. I crawl my way down the tractor and ask him what the fuck he's doing. He immediately gets confrontational and I start to yell while grabbing my stuff and putting it back on the tractor. He comes up behind me and wraps his arm around my neck, which really freaks me out, and of course I fight back and bite down on his arm. All of a sudden he starts yelling and pulling away and I'm breathing deep, staring into blackness. Then I hear my husband yelling what the fuck? And I pull my sleep mask off my face and realize what had actually happened. I was having a very vivid dream while tucked in against my husband's chest with his arm around me. And in my sleep I had bit him. On the nipple. Pretty hard. He was upset, obviously, and I was upset because of my dream, and we were both groggy and cranky from getting woken up so suddenly. Too long did not read. I had a bad dream and bit my husband in my sleep. I was riding on a roller coaster at the beginning of the season, and there were canvas covers over the seats. When it started moving, I learned that there were rats living under the canvas, and they started making noise. I was frightened and started punching them. My wife yelled, "Stop that," and I woke up. I had been dreaming, and she had started snoring loud. Normally I would just have dreamed it was a motorcycle and stayed asleep. She got a CPAP machine. Now she exhales through her mouth, pop 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 pop, and I dream it's a machine gun. It's a long time ago now, but I was goalie in a hockey match. The other team had a penalty. If I saved the penalty shot, we won. If I let the shot in, they won. I poised myself, and as the ball came towards me, I pulled back my leg and kicked it as hard as I could. I saved the match. We won. Unfortunately, the celebrations were marred with my husband and I waking up to him screaming in agony as I kicked his kneecap savagely. Yup. His kneecap was the ball coming towards me. He was limping for a couple of weeks. GIF, emote, free underscore emotes underscore pack, grin. I know that feeling. I once moved a lot in my sleep and my husband wanted me to calm down by touching me. Too bad for him, I dreamt I was getting robbed, and with that touch my defense mode came out. In my sleep state clawed him so hard on the upper arm, it looks like a tiger attacked him. He still has the scars. Don't worry op, I'm sure this'll be a funny story to tell in the future. Like that one time my grandpa got into a fight with a burglar. He chased the guy through the house, and when he got to him, he swung his fist full force at the burglar's face, absolutely demolishing the glass nightstand next to his side of the bed, startling himself awake and scaring the absolute fuck out of my poor grandma. I burst out laughing at this op. My husband once rolled over in the early hours of the morning, slapped me twice on the cheek like he was commiserating with me, followed by a really enthusiastic, "Good game mate," all while fast asleep. Apparently was playing dream football, and his team had just won the World Cup. Ha ha ha. My husband once bit the back of my head while he was sleeping. Spooning. Couldn't pull his arm away in his dream because it was under my neck and pillow, so he bit at whatever he thought was holding it down. Luckily, not hard. Scared the crap out of me though. Today I fucked up by introducing my nephews to Tom and Jerry. More specifically, the episode with the singing uncle. I thought it was funny, showed it to my nephews, and instantly got the death stare from my brother. It's currently 0745. The pair of them have been singing, "Oh, Froggy went a-courting," since they went to bed last night. They decided to wake the entire house up with an, "Oh," this morning. My sister-in-law went to go and see what the problem was. I heard a muffled, "Froggy went a-courting," subsequently followed up by a door slamming and a very exhausted voice saying, "For fuck's sake. I think I might stay in the spare bedroom as long as I can." But, as a younger sister, kinda happy I've annoyed my older brother. Too long did not read. I introduced Tom and Jerry to my young nephews. They loved it and decided to sing it first thing this morning. CCC Crambone. You have years to give those children drums, harmonicas and bagpipes. I used to keep a small supply of toy accordions for poorly behaved children who visited the house. Reminds me of the time one of my kids got out of bed at 3 a.m. to read to himself. Woke up to him yelling, "You turned the page." Next, Animaniacs. Lol, you sound like a fun aunt. And now I'm gonna be humming this in my head. Musical notes. Oh, Froggy went a-courtin' and he did ride, musical notes. Edit. Gender correction. Haven't thought about that episode in years, now I'm going to have it stuck in my head for a while, and I am laughing. Time to go get another guitar string. Gotta get a whisker to sing this one.